I'm Brad Allen with Complete Guitar Lessons. Today we're going to be talking about right-handed strumming techniques. And I want to say again, I'm going to be putting these videos up at least once a week, hopefully several times a week. So if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of them. All right, here we go. We're going to start on one chord here. We're going to start on an E minor chord. Now, if you're not familiar with the E minor chord, please go back to my last video and watch that, because I taught you how to play an E minor chord as well as an E major chord, which is what we're going to use in today's lesson. We're going to start with just the E minor because it's easier to learn chord strumming when you're working with just one chord, and then we'll work on switching between the two chords. First of all, your hand is going to be swinging freely. It's going to be mostly a wrist motion, but a little bit of arm as well, just nice and relaxed. Okay, and again, I'm fretting with my left hand an E minor chord, so it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So those are called quarter notes. Notice that all the strums that I'm doing are downstrokes. Okay, and the way I teach, the way most teachers teach, to my knowledge, is all the strong beats are going to be downstrokes like that. This gives you a way of organizing your strumming, and eventually a lot of this stuff you'll be able to put on automatic pilot so that when you're singing you won't have to think about it, if you want to sing. So again, it's quarter notes down. Now, if I want to play eighth notes, and I'll count out loud here so you know what I'm talking about. We're going to go down and then up on the eighth note. So it's going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So practice that nice and steady. One little point about technique I want to mention here with the right hand. When I'm picking, I generally like to keep some fingers on the guitar, but when I'm strumming, I usually find that that kind of gets in the way. So when I'm strumming, especially open position chords like this, it's just kind of a really free motion. Okay, so we covered quarter notes, we covered eighth notes. Now, if we put those together, let's try this type of rhythm. Let's go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So notice I'm still moving up and down for all the eighth notes. You know, if I miss the strings here, it's like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So if I want to play a rhythm like that and I want to leave some of the notes out, I'm just going to basically, on some of those strokes where I don't want it to sound, I'm going to basically miss the strings. So watch again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay. Now I'm going to try switching chords here. I'm going to go from the E minor to the E major. And if you remember, again, you can go back and review the last video, but you only have to move one finger to do that, to switch between an E minor and an E major chord. So if I go back to our quarter notes, I'm going to do one measure of each. Here's my E minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now E major. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to E minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you want to practice that till it's really automatic, till it's nice and easy for you. And then try some eighth notes. Same way. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now my E major. 1 and 2 and 3 and and E minor, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and E major, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So those are our first two strums. We've got the quarter notes, we've got our eighth notes, and now we have eighth notes combined with quarter notes for our third strum. So I'll demonstrate that with the two chord changes here, the two chords. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and E major. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E minor. 1 and 2 miss. 3 and 4 and E major. 2, 3. So practice all three of those strums nice and slow. Do them as slow as you need to, many times until it becomes really easy for you. Then I have one more strum for you. This strum can be used on lots of different songs. It's a little more complicated rhythmically. Again, I'm going to stay on just the E minor for you. It's going to go. I'm going to do it fast first, and then I'll break it down for you. 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2. If I go back to the E, that's two measures of each. 1, 2, and here's one measure. 1, 2, and E minor, E major. Now I'm going to slow the strum down for you. It's going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So you just need to miss when you don't intend to play the note. You're still moving again up and down. Like a pendulum, as eighth notes. I'm going to switch between the two chords nice and slow here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 4. 1, 2 and 4. 1, 2 and 4. And if it's easier for you, you can just use eighth notes, you can just use downstrokes at first to learn that rhythm. Let me demonstrate. So if I'm just doing downstrokes, I can do those as eighth notes if I want. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So for some rhythms, you might actually find that a little bit easier. You want to learn both ways, but if I was going to practice that last rhythm, if it's difficult for you at first, then try it like this. 1, 2 and 4. 1, 2 and 4. I'll switch chords. 1, 2 and 4. E minor again. 1, 2 and 4. So if that's easier for you at first, try that for a while and then go back and practice the other way. That's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed the video, please take the time to just click the like button. And if you could also subscribe if you haven't yet. And then if you wouldn't mind sharing this on social media, I'd really appreciate that as well. And we will see you next time.